Hey Guardians, my name is Xscallion, and I'm back at it today with another fire comp video, where I'm doing some more sniping using a different sidearm this time around. I'm giving the old Anonymous Autumn a shot to see how it fares. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a good day. It's Sunday for me, and we've had a great weekend filled with birthdays for the kids. Again, I have many children and birthday parties all the time, and it's just been a great day to hang by the pool with the kids and let everybody just have a good time. So, that being said, I hope that you guys are having as good a weekend as I've had, and just happy weekend, guys. So anyway, as I said before, today I am using the Revoker again, and I've been using the sidearm Lonesome for a few weeks now. It's been maybe my favorite sidearm that I've ever really used inside of Destiny 2, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with it, but however, it is a kinetic weapon, so I wanted to devote some time to a different one. So I tried out this old Anonymous Autumn from, I guess it's from the Forsaken DLC. It's got the Forsaken logo on it, but it's an older roll. It's just one that I never really played with before, and I checked my vault and saw it sitting in there, and I thought, what the heck, let's give it a shot. So this particular roll comes with the Control SAS sights and the Short Spec SAS sights. I'm electing to use the Control SAS sights for the boost to handling speed and boost to stability. To pair with that, it also has Ricochet rounds, which has increased stability and slightly increased range. And of course, you know, the Ricochet rounds, they bounce off of hard surfaces and stuff like that. But to get to the two traits, this has full auto trigger system, which can be changed out with Outlaw, and it has rangefinder. To go over some of the base stats for the weapon, it's got an impact of 43, a range with the completed masterwork of 45, a stability of 68, a handling of 73, a reload speed of 51, a zoom of 12, an aim assistance of 72, and a recoil direction of 99. This is a 360 RPM sidearm, a lightweight frame, superb handling, and moving faster, with this weapon equipped with a 15-round magazine. Now, all of that being said, so far, I'm thoroughly enjoying my time with this sidearm. I do like the full auto sidearms. Usually, I think why I like the Lonesome so much more is it does have a bit better stability, I think. This one is more for built on range. That's not to say this has terrible stability. It's got 68 stability just inherently. And that's great, but you do see a few times where this does tend to bounce around quite a bit. So it did take me a little bit of time to get used to the recoil on this weapon and the type of recoil it has. It's not bad. Again, it's a 99 recoil direction, which is nearly completely vertical. So I have nothing to complain about there. But using it, it's not as good as the Lonesome, but it's also not a precision frame. What I do like about it is while I have it equipped, being a lightweight frame, I can move around the map a little bit quicker than if I'm using, let's say, any other sidearm, right? But that being said, using that, choosing to use Revoker again, you can hate on me all you want. I've used Beloved quite a bit too, and I'll make some more videos with that here coming up, but I want to use Revoker because I'm just going to be honest. I want my best odds at getting to 5,500 this season, so I can get that Unbroken title. And the best way for me to do that is going to be to use the weapon that gives me the best advantage. In this case, the ammo economy breaking Revoker. So far as some of the other equipment that I'm using, normal stuff, I'm using the Wormhusk Crown, pairing that with Top Tree, the Night Stalker, to get the invisible dodge with some heals on that dodge. Just pretty normal for me. It's one of my favorites. I don't really do a whole lot with supers. I tend to go more for shutdown supers, and that's more or less what I do with this. Occasionally it can help get you out of some hairy situations if you feel like you're about to be dunked on by a bunch of enemy combatants. So I'm using Top Tree Void with the Wormhusk Crown Exotic. All of that to say, I'm not really wanting to make the video based off of the sidearm or the sniper or anything like that. This is more or less a video to remind everybody to never give up on a match. Okay, and especially these round-based matches, where you can get down, early and then come back and win it, or whatever. Just never give up. And what I mean by that this time is this first round in this match, my teammate and I, we had a third guy that I guess he was AFK, and we lost the first round and then start the second round. That teammate was out of the match, so we were down a guy, and playing against a full stack, a full team, and it still went our way. Now, granted, we are still playing freelance, so to the best of my knowledge, these guys they aren't communicating. Most people don't communicate when they play game modes like this, even though you can toggle the chat switch to do team chat and still talk to your teammates, which I do suggest. I do that a lot of times. Today I did not. I was listening to something, and I didn't want to bother my teammate whenever I was doing that. But it's just really simple, guys. Just don't give up, okay? If you play the match right, you play your cards right, you make good decisions, you and your teammate can still win, right? There's still the same number of lives, so you just take the enemies out one at a time. As you do that, they lose their lives, and eventually you just kind of take care of them. But you have to do it one at a time. You have to do it mathematically, right? You have to do it. You just got to do it smart, right? Don't peek corners you don't need to peek. Don't, whenever you know that there's a whole team sniping and you don't have a sniper, then don't peek those areas, or whenever you know that you can challenge it, then you do challenge it. Use your radar. That's another big one. Make good use of your radar. Here's maybe the biggest one. Something that gets a lot of Guardians in trouble. Watch your ammo, right? Like, if you're using a sniper and you don't have any ammo, you don't want to be running around with it. But nonetheless, two things could have happened had I given up on this match, right? The first thing that would have happened is I would have lost glory points, because you actually get penalized for backing out of a match early instead of completing it. You lose more points for backing out of the match than if you just lose the match, right? And that's no good. But secondly, the teammate, he also would have been down. I mean, I did match a guy, yesterday. I believe we were on Meltdown, and we were up against three people, same kind of situation. One of the guys went AFK, and so he ended up getting kicked out of the match. But then the second guy, after that happened, after we took a 2-0 lead, he quit. So it was us and this one guy by himself, and it's sad, it's kind of pitiful, right? He just goes to the back of the map where he spawns, and he just emotes and just sits there and waits for us. And you can see on your screen that he emoted, so I went and met him and emoted with him. It was kind of a special moment. But who's to say, just like with this match, if his teammate would have stayed in it, they could have won. It's not unheard of. It does happen. It happened to me. It can happen to you. This right here, we ended up getting a life advantage. These guys weren't expecting that. Look at them. They're stunned. They had no idea. They weren't even expecting that to happen. But we had more lives than they did at the bottom of the counter, so we had life advantage. We ended up getting a free round out of it. That was very fortunate for us, because I believe we actually end up losing the very next round. So I'm not going to ramble on too much more, guys. I just want to say, play smart. Think about things. Think mathematically. Don't make bad decisions, right? That's something that's my wife's thing with our kids. That's something she tells them all the time, is you got to make good decisions. Well, in a game like this, you got to do the same thing. You got to make good decisions. And you got to be smart. You got to play right. If there's an objective, you got to play the objective. And let me tell you, there absolutely is an objective whenever you're playing freelance competitive. All right? And that objective is stay with your teammates, right? Now, I'll be real, be smart. Watch your supers. There's up in the top middle part of the screen, it tells you about supers. If there's a guy with a Blade Barrage or a guy with a Nova Bomb and you see it's fully charged, then yes, separate a little bit, okay? But if you know that that's not a thing, or that they don't have a tether or something like that, then stay with your teammates. Here's the thing. If you don't do it, chances are they're not going to do it, right? That's just the way it is. If you aren't doing it, they probably won't either. And if you want to win the match, though, that's what's going to increase your chances better than anything else. The other thing that I'm going to say is go with a good user-friendly loadout. Okay, I'm not saying to use the god weapons or anything like that or whatever, but if you're comfortable using a certain weapon and it's going to be functional, then do that. Don't try to use something that you're not familiar with or not used to, or maybe have no business really even using. But like right now, I am using Revoker. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love Revoker. I'll be using it for regular Crucible after it's sunset next season. But some other weapons, like Erentil, that's a big one. Like Erentil is a great weapon, but it can come with its downsides, right? Like a big map like this, I'm probably not going to elect to use that. This guy's using Crimson right here, right? Or I'm sorry, Last Word. He's using Last Word, right? And I'm using an Animus Autumn, but I was still able to outperform him because I played it a little bit better. I didn't have an overshield or anything. Yes, I was invisible for a moment, but I got a little bit of health back. I still had less health than him whenever I got the first shot on him. So I've said it 15 times in this match. I'll say it one last time. You got to play smart. Got to play the objective. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. Stay with your team, okay? Watch your lives, right? Like right now, we have 3 lives to nothing. By the time it's over, it's me and this teammate, and against one guy, and I hate to say it, I actually didn't realize that he was emoting at the time. I was actually so focused in trying to get the dub that I didn't pay attention. Had I noticed he was emoting, I would have gone and emoted with him, but I did send him a message afterwards, and that was good and friendly. He was nice about it too. But otherwise, even then, like right here, 16 seconds left, and we would have gotten the win either way because of life advantage. If you're down a guy, you can still make it possible. Guys, that's pretty much all from me. I do appreciate you for checking out the content lately. Come back for more content like this. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. We're on our way to... No, I'm just kidding. There's no number. I'm not tracking it at all. I'm just trying to sound like everybody else right now. But I do appreciate it. And that's it for me, guys. So, Godspeed, my friends.